I don't know who is talking this loud. Arey yaar. Fuck this construction. Hi guys, thank you so much for watching. If you are new to this channel, hi, this is Nihal and welcome to my YouTube channel. And the people who have already been here, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay, so a lot of people on Instagram have been asking me about how to get into the habit of reading, and I've been wanting to make this video for so long, but you know how it goes. So yeah, grab your coffee and let's talk about how to get into the habit of reading. Okay, so I'm going to share a few tips here which will actually help you to get into the habit of reading. So let's start. Okay, so the first tip is read what you actually like. It can be anything, either fiction or non-fiction. You don't have to pick a book just because everybody is reading it, or it's trending on Pinterest, or it has a good cover page. The second tip is you don't have to finish every book that you have started. हो सकता है कि कोई बुक आपने स्टार्ट की और बाद में वो आपको अच्छी ना लगे, or maybe you're not enjoying it. Put it down, pick another one, because this is the reason a lot of people stop reading, because they don't enjoy a book and they think that they have to finish a certain book, which is not true. It's completely fine to put down a book which you're not enjoying and pick another one, because the goal is to fall in love with reading, not to torture yourself by reading a book which you're not enjoying, because that's what you're doing. If you're not enjoying it, you're literally torturing yourself by reading it. Like, this hasn't happened with me with books, but it did happen with movies. There are a lot of people who enjoyed watching a certain movie which I didn't like at all, and that's completely fine. And the third tip is create an environment for reading. You cannot read a book in a crowded space if your room is a mess. Like, I personally don't feel like reading if my room is a mess. It distracts me. Create a cozy vibe. Maybe light a candle or put on warm yellow lights in your room, because I have yellow lights on in my room 24/7. I hate white lights. Maybe you can put on some cozy reading music that you enjoy. That reminds me of my fall playlist, which I play throughout the year. So as I've shown you in the previous video that this is my favorite fall playlist. It's gone. And now I'm gonna play this. I'm just gonna put it here. Yeah. It's so soothing, trust me, it feels so good. Coming to the next tip, read tiny bits, not marathons. Okay? You don't have to read for like an hour every day. Maybe you can just read for 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. You don't have to torture yourself by reading for an hour every single day. Okay? Even if you read for like a minute or two, that's completely fine. Moving on to the next tip, always keep a book around, because many people give reasons that they don't have time for reading, and that's not true. So keep a book with you everywhere you go, and whenever you have time for like 5-10 minutes, read. And the next tip is make it social. If you have friends who read, you can talk to them about the book you're currently reading, or you can join a book club. Like in Pune, there is Pune Bookies. So every Sunday, people who read come together and they read for like 2 hours. To be honest, I've lost the count of the tips I'm giving, so I'm just gonna say next. Also, there is another tip. If you don't like reading physical books, you can use Kindle, like either Kindle, or you can listen to audiobooks on Spotify or Apple Music. And the last tip is set no rules. Okay? You just have to enjoy reading. And what happens is, if you set rules, you don't enjoy what you're reading. Okay? Mostly this happens to me with non-fiction books, because I have this habit of taking notes whenever I read non-fiction books. I remember जब भी मैंने goals set किए हैं, मैं बस वो complete करने के पीछे लग जाती हूँ, and I stop making notes. So I've realized this, that I don't have to set rules or have yearly goals. It's completely fine. As long as I'm enjoying the book, it's fine to me. Oh, my coffee is getting cold. which reminds me of a book I totally enjoyed reading, which is Before the Coffee Gets Cold. Okay, so now that I've shared few tips with you all on how to get into the habit of reading, I'll also give some book recommendations. Okay, so the first book is Make Your Bed by William McRaven. He's an ex-Navy officer, and in this book he talks about his experiences, life lessons at Navy training. And he also has given a famous speech which is very viral on YouTube. Maybe I'll share a link in the description. So the second book is Who Moved My Cheese by Dr. Spencer Johnson. Basically this is a story and it's a very tiny book. You can literally finish it in an hour or two max. Okay, so this book talks about how you should keep going, and even if there is an obstacle, you should overcome it. So the third one is The Art of Being Alone by Renuka Gaurani. She is an Indian author. I read this book when I was feeling a bit low and alone, and I just didn't want to talk to anybody. So I won't say much about this book because I cannot describe it in short. Maybe I'll read some quotes. Okay, so the first one is believing that someday you'll meet perfect friends who will become a part of your soul is more like creating a graveyard of your hopes. I like that. Maybe one more. Being alone is a part of life. It's a part of adulting. Your friends and mates cannot stay with you for the rest of your life. Life moves pretty fast and everyone is trying to run faster so they aren't left behind. The simple truth of life is people leave for good or bad and life goes on. Read this. The next one is Ikigai. There are a lot of people who talk about this book on social media. Give this a read. Now we'll start with fiction. This is the first book I read, like the first romance fiction I read, and I loved it so much. It's cute, and maybe this was my first romance book, so it's so close to my heart and I love the characters. So yeah, it's a very cozy read. There's another book by this author Elena Armas, which is a Spanish love deception, जो इससे पहले आई है, and which is a very famous book on Pinterest as well as Instagram. So if you want to read that first and read this after that. No compulsion, you can also read this before that. Another one is This Is a Thriller, Never Lie by Frida McFadden. It's a really good book. Let me tell you why. I only decided to read 2 chapters when I started this book, and I ended up reading half, and I finished the other half the very next day. So yeah, it's a page turner. Then we have these. I love these books. Now that it's fall season, these are the perfect reads for fall, and this is a perfect read for Christmas, so you should definitely start reading these now. So yeah, it's a fun read, and if you are a fiction girly, you should definitely start these. If you love romance, start these. So that is it for this video. I hope your coffee cup is empty because mine is still full because I forgot to drink. So yeah, that is it for the video. If you enjoyed reading, please give it a like, and I'll see you all in my next video. Till then, happy reading.